Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully we are working now again. I ran into a little snafu with my volume. Hopefully it is up and going. Um, I'm just going to keep talking and hopefully someone will let me know at some point whether or not they can hear me or not. Uh, I'll just reiterate what I was talking about before. Kyle, I'm going to try to get him. I think he's worth it. I think I'll put him on my Mr. T team. But the only thing I'll say is no rush. I'm not going to, I won't unlock him today or tomorrow or anything like that. We went through his kit. Obviously, he likes frantic. He has block. He has defensive abilities. Um, Frantic. He gives himself frantic. Obviously, Zatanna will give him frantic. So you want to pair them together. The more frantic he has, the better he is. Um, Awesome, cool. And then the other thing too is, he attacks the weakest enemy, which is nice. And then he gives himself a shelter too. So he gives himself shelter block, which would make you think front row Mr. T team, him and DCU Superman, and then pair him with Zatanna, and he'll have frantic for days. So I'll get him, but I'm gonna slow roll it. And and this is why I would. You want to maximize your shop here, right? Look at this. You can get 20 super encrypted tokens, and then another 5 here. This shop gives you 25 super encrypted tokens. Now, 25 to 150 doesn't seem like a lot, no. But if you're free to play, these are 25 super encrypted tokens you want to get. So maximize this shop. Now, if you don't get Kyle, it's easy. You're just putting it all there. And there you've got more than enough as long as you're just doing the dailies and stuff like that. And one more thing, I'm a little sick, so I got my tea here. I'll try to spare you guys the coughs and all that stuff. But if you get Kyle, you definitely want these 10 shards here, so make sure you're doing your dailies and stuff like that. So I will do mine this way. I will do all of these. The only one I'm going to struggle with is this one. I'm dying for experience now that I'm getting to where I'm getting these guys up to. I think I just got Wonder Woman to 280 last night. It's crazy expensive. But I'm going to do these because these are 65 right here. 5 a day I'll do. And eventually I'll get Kyle. I've got enough to get to pity. If I get towards the last couple days and then I need to bum rush to the end, then, we rush to the end. But there's no rush. He's not going anywhere. Okay? So take it slow. You need one copy. One copy gets you 8. This is the other reason why I suggest, and hopefully I got a card in the top right-hand corner to that video where I talk about this. I suggest, if you're free to play especially, just concentrate on the legendary events. The legendary events will give you enough that if you get one copy, you can get him to 8, which gets you to putting doing his badges, and you can put an artifact on him. And the reason how the way you get to 8 is through this shop again. 10 here, 5, 10, 15, 20 here. So we're at 30. And then 30 here gets you the 60. Then emotional outburst, depending on your rank. And you don't have to rank that high. Excuse me. As long as you're top 500, you'll get 10 more. That's more than enough to get him to rank 8. So, and even some left over. I think I had a couple left over when I did the Aquaman one. So you definitely want to, especially if you're free to play, concentrate on the legendaries and events because they're going to give you the shards that you need to get him to rank 8. If this was just some random pull here and you got him, you'd be stuck at 7 unless you've got enough 8th metal. But, we all have priorities, right? He's my number 1. He's going to be next. So, where's Kyle fit in? Is he going to be 3rd? But that's still months down the road then at the rate that you get 8th metal as a free-to-play player. So try to stick to the events. Try to be patient for the events. Especially without any kind of desire for legendaries, you might not even get the guy you want. And even on reruns where it's guaranteed you get them, it's 150, and that's a separate pity system too. So the way I do it, I don't suggest or tell people how to play this game. This isn't what this is about for me. But I'll tell you how I do it, and I just run one pity system, and it's through the legendary events. This is the only pity system I run. I just don't get enough super encrypted tokens to try to hit 150 on this one, and then 150 on this one, and just there's just not enough. So try to stay focused, stay on target of what you're trying to do, and how to maximize your resources. And for me, I think staying on legendary events, where I know if I get the one pull, I'm going to get them to 8 through the event, makes sense, most sense to me. No pulls today. I already did my 5 pulls for today, so. um, but no, I'm gonna pull for them, like I said, and I'm gonna do it through here 5 a day. The only other thing I'll say is, and I fall for this too, it doesn't matter if you do 10 pulls or 1 pull, your odds are the same. I know sometimes I've seen guys, oh, I only get them if I do 10 at a time and increases your chances. It doesn't. You have a 1% chance every pull, whether you do 10 at a time or 1 at a time. Um, but you do you have fun. I'm going to do it through the event so I can maximize the tokens, so I can make sure I recoup as many of my legendary or super encrypted tokens as I can. And I also understand that this effectively knocks me out of the next season. As long as it's not anything to do with Joker, I'll be okay. If it's going to be something with Joker, I'll be a little bit bummed because I want Joker on my team. I don't care what he does or how bad he does it. I just want the Joker. So that'd be a bummer, but anything else I can live without. The other thing I like about him, blue DPS. I mean, I have Constantine, but I'll be honest, he's okay. I'm hoping Kyle will be and should be as a legendary significantly better. And after that, there's just not a lot of blues out there. Zatanna, Mr. T, um, but no one that's doing any kind of damage, or big damage. And hopefully Kyle will solve that. So that's the other thing too, and that'll adjust. I was going to do Mr. T as my next big blue. That'll be Kyle now. I don't even know how many um, blues I have. I only have one, so I don't have that many anyway. Um, who's my focused universal is on? The Soups is my focus here because I want to get him the badge 30 as quickly as possible. He'll be my next badge 30. And I think that's what I'm saving my universals for, is for Soups. Because he's at 25. Nightwing's at 25. Ocean Master will get to 25, but I'm just going to concentrate on just using the greens. I don't want to touch the universals for him. I'd like to get him to 25, but I'm not going to use universals on him either. He'll have to wait. We're all in on Soups. We're saving all our universals and obviously all our reds for Soups to get him to badge 30. So, but first I got to get him to badge 20 before I can even use any of that stuff anyway. So that's that. And let's get into a little gameplay. I think we'll start with whatever convergence we have today. Get rid of that. Oh, it looks like someone picked up White Lantern. Oh, good for them. We'll start with a little bit of convergence, and then I want to try to hit system recovery again. I mean, the rewards for clearing are just so good, especially those. Those help a lot, because that'll be another 10 towards my John Stewart. But first, let's see what my convergence is at. I neglect these to the detriment of my... Before we do that, let's check my crisis watch. Let's run one crisis watch to see if we can improve on our 99.77. I believe 99.77 was the score I had on the last one of these with this crew here. And I'll know right away if we don't nuke him, if Wonder Woman doesn't nuke him with the lasso, it's an automatic restart. Yep, automatic restart. And before we do that, let's get a little bit of ambience music going too. But yep, restart. She's got to nuke him from the get-go for it to even be worth the effort. If you don't do that, you'll spread out too much of the damage. You won't take care of anyone else you need to take care of. So, all right, he's gone. She's next. I just cannot avoid or figure out any way to recover from that. And if I don't stun him, then he gets attacks in. Yep, see, I can do the attack part in time. I just can't do it where my HP is left. And I just don't know. I just can't figure out how to get it. I'm at 9 right now. I just don't know what character I could put in there to make me recover, or to get me a faster turn to where I can get out before him. And the problem is, if I move Wonder Woman off the tinder, then I lose. Like if I try this and try to silence him, I mean, maybe she'll nuke him, but I don't think she will because she doesn't have the tinder. I think the tinder adds. Well, see, he even goes first even before then, so then it's even worse. So we can get a Kid Flash heal, but then I think I'm short turns. See, and I'm still not perfect there, but then I didn't do quick enough. What's the tinder do anyway for this? Yeah. Let's say when dealing damage, adds 2 stacks of burns, freeze immunity. When healing or adding shield to ally, cleanses the freeze of the ally. The tinder will be so it doesn't even. It just says when dealing damage, adds 2 stacks of burns. Let's try it that way one more time. But I don't think it's. I'm still not going before he does his. She doesn't silence him or go, you know, like she goes right away against him for whatever reason. He still gets out before Wonder Woman. See? Constantine goes first. And now, that fool's gonna wreck me. Yep, just can't get any better than that, I don't think. I mean, maybe I could mess around with some speed mods on Wonder Woman. You know, maybe put. But then I'm giving up a lot of her defense because I have attack bonus percentage pieces on her. I mean, I guess I could replace these two, but I'm losing. I'm losing a little bit if I did that. Maybe something I'll mess around with later. Let's get into conversion, see if we can push that. I pushed pretty good. When was I on last? Tuesday? Let's see if we can push a little bit now. I don't even know what crew we got going. Oh, it's my block team. I should be able to push this pretty good. I mean, this is literally my block team with Green Arrow. I mean, stunning him helps. Alright. He can still. I wonder if he can still block if he's frozen. He can still block if he's dazed or stunned or whatever. I wonder if they let him block if he's frozen. I think he just did. Yeah, he did. I think he did. Yep. Oh my goodness. That's too funny. Now, Ocean Master won't counter if he's stunned, but they can still block and everything. Yeah, that's funny. And again, quality of life. Let me click on here and see what these mean. That would be nice. I imagine that means he's frozen. That's defense up. But that'd be a nice quality of life if we could see that. That'd be cool. But no, definitely let me know in the comments on Kyle. Are you going for him? Have you got him already? And how many pulls did it take you? And how are you going to use them? Who are you going to use them with? Well, we didn't get a stun on Superboy here. Let's see if he wrecks us. Only wreck green arrow. I used the mirror already, I thought. Clearly I didn't. He's immune, so you can keep hitting him. Alright, Killer Croc should be going by the wayside here pretty quick. I guess it's just a matter if we can outlast Superboy or not. See if we can get a stun on him. Alright. Stuns help. Especially with if he's got enough buffs on him, he'll do a 3-turn stun. That's awesome. Alright. I think we'll do one more, then I'm going to go to the system recovery, because what I really need is to increase my experience. I'm running, I'm out. I am out. Let's get a stun on, I'm going to assume it's going to be Ivy. Before she wrecks my whole back row. Who are you going to stun? Arrow? That's alright, as long as it's not Ocean Master. Let's see if we can get any more stuns. Alright, let's start the bleed train. Maybe still sleeping. So we're going to hold off on Nightwing for a second. Oh, here it comes. Yep, no, let's go. Okay, let's get in there. Man, she just wiped out Green Arrow. And there went Bloodsport. And there goes Ivy asleep, a turn too late. Okay, Bizarro's gone, so no more freezing any of my characters. Well, Nightwing can still put him to sleep. I hit the button. Why am I not? The pity would be nice. I'm not a huge fan myself of the PvP. I wish everyone could take a look at what Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes does with their Galactic Arena. It's not perfect by any means. I'm not suggesting it is. But to me, that's the best PvP mode out there for these types of games. Now, this game's a little young for that. We don't have enough teams to do it the way they do it. Because basically what you do is you set your defense, and you have defensive teams, offensive teams. You set your defense with what you perceive are your defensive teams. You keep your offensive teams. Then you have a day. They have their defense team set up, you have yours, and then you have 24 hours to do your attacks based on how many attacks it takes to clear a team, and whether or not you clear all the team, you get points. Guy with the or guy or girl with the most points at the end of that wins the match, and then they get rewards, and then even the loser gets rewards, but obviously the winner gets better rewards and more rewards. I'd like to see something like that in this. Like I said, this game's way too young for that. Probably we don't have enough teams to do any of that. But to me, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes does the best PvP for these types of games out there that I've played. Now, I don't have a lot of experience. Like, I don't play a lot of these anime type games that are hero collectors. I don't do Raid Shadow Legends or anything like that. So there may be, someone may have a different opinion of something that's even better than that. But to me, that's the best one. That's what I'd like to see, something like that come to this. The obvious ones are the pity. It's too high at 150. It stinks. Let me see. Let me look around the game and just see. This I would change, or this I would change. No, damn it. When I get into the right game mode, team ups, I would change. This stinks right here. The fact that I only get 2, and I've used my 2 today. But if I had 1 left, and these were all yellows and purples, I don't get this right here. I don't get artifact pull. So it discourages me from helping my friends or my guildmates because I want to hold out because I only get the pull if I help with a red, and that's not cool. I should be encouraged to help my guild mates. I should be encouraged to help my friends. I shouldn't be discouraged to do it. And by not giving me, by only giving me these artifact pulls, if I do reds and only giving me two, and if I do a yellow or blue, it counts as one of my two, and then I'm out a possible artifact pull isn't cool. This needs to be fixed to encourage you to always be helping your teammates. We should always be wanting to help. Now, if they want to nerf the rewards after two or whatever, that's fine. But this 0 for 2 should only count for reds. You should always get rewards for helping, even if they're not great, that's fine. But you should always be encouraging your players to help each other, not discouraging. And this system, unless I'm misunderstanding it and doing it wrong, discourages you from helping players unless you've already got your reds done today. You've got your two so that you can get your two here, is the way I read it. I may be reading it wrong, but I would fix that. Because, like I said, you want to encourage everyone to be helping each other. You don't want to discourage that. Other than that, Evil Falls is a fine, fine thing. That works. Like I said, the PvP I would fix. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes does it best, but we just don't have the teams to do it the way they do it now. Maybe that's something down the road. This game might be a little young for something like that. This just seems way impersonal. I just don't like it. It's not. I mean, I'll do it, but it's not. For me, the fun is the collecting. This doesn't do a lot for me. Elseworld is fine. Crisis Watch is nice, is fine. I don't mind that. Convergence is fine too. All games have kind of these convergence style game modes in them, so that's fine. Let's see, the League challenges. I mean, this is all fine too. The only thing I would change is like I have enough, but if someone doesn't, they can't even do it. I would change that to where if you have the right characters, you get a buff. If you have the wrong characters, you get nerfed. And that way it encourages you to at least try to get the right characters to maximize your skills. And then if you want to nerf the rewards accordingly, that's fine too. But to have it to where if I don't have these characters, I can't even do the mode. Again, you want to encourage your players to play the game, not discourage them to play the game. And this discourages, and it causes problems in guilds and stuff like that because not everyone has a debuff team. Not everyone has a shield team, especially if you're free to play, and as young as the game is, you can't get all that. And then everyone runs to the easy ones, which are the single target. And then in the first one, everyone runs to the AoE because you get, these guys are easy to get. Not everyone has a burn team or whatever the hell this one is, target back row. So, so I would change this to where it doesn't lock guys out. You just get reduced damage and reduced rewards if you don't use the proper team. And that way people can still play and still participate. Because again, you want to encourage your player base to participate in the game, not discourage them to participate in the game. This discourages people and causes problems within guilds and stuff like that. So that's one thing I would fix too. Right. No, and that may come to, again, this game is so young, hopefully they'll get that. But yeah, I agree with that too. Sorry about that. But yeah, and that'll hopefully will come with time and as the game ages and stuff like that, and we get more characters too. I mean, hell, I'm still, as a free-to-play guy, I'm still down 18 characters that I haven't even unlocked. And I bet you I know there's at least one epic I haven't unlocked. So I haven't unlocked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 legendaries I haven't unlocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 epics I haven't unlocked. Now, why is that number different? Oh, it must count all these fools down at the bottom. Okay. So let's redo that so we can get it correct. Yeah, I'm 18 short. So, and of course, a lot of them are legendaries, which as a free to play, you don't have access to, especially with 150 pity and especially with a 2 pity system. That's not good either. You know, again, there should be you should be able to at least get the characters, you know. And then if you want to use them in an easy mode and you can have fun with them then, and then the guys that want to pay to get them to higher levels more quickly, you get the benefits of being able to do the higher level stuff kind of going along with what you're saying with easy, normal, and hard modes. And that way you can at least use your favorite character if you're a Blue Beetle guy or Supergirl or Deathstroke, and you can use them in those easy levels, and at least you got them and you can use them, you know. And then just have the whales and the krakens, you know, pay to ramp them up to 10 or 15 or whatever, and they can do all the hard end game stuff. So, you know, because it's a hero collector game, like I've said this before, you should at least let us collect the heroes. You know, so, but just those are a couple of other things I think I would like to see get better. PvP get better. You know, one of the things I didn't like about DC Dark Legions is it was just so impersonal. You didn't get to, you know, your characters went in a ship, they went off to battle, and then they came back and you were told whether you won or lost. That's not fun. I want to see my characters in action. I want to have some decisions and um, who they attack, when they, you know, and stuff like that, and how they attack. And, you know, I was talking about it earlier with Guy or Kyle's kit here, you know. Where is he at? So his ultimate, it does the thing. He bars the enemy with the lowest HP percentage, causing superpower damage. So if you use his ultimate, he's going to attack the character with the lowest HP percentage. And then the One Punch Wonder Woman team. What exactly is that? You know, if the enemy's target HP is lower than 50%, increase damage by 15%, but I have no way to make sure he does that. I'll reference Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes again. You have your 5. When it's time for my guy to attack, and they have a guy, it's kind of like this, Savage, he's a Sith. He nukes guys at less than 50%. And so if I have a character on the other side, whether they're in the front row or the back, I can nuke whoever I want if they're under 50%, and one of the other characters, the tanks don't have a taunt on it or something, you know, you can nuke that guy. He'll, if the target's enemy is lower than 50%, but there's nothing here that makes sure that he attacks that person. So, I mean, I know, you know, so that's kind of, yeah, I don't know. I wish you just have more control over who they attack, how they attack. That'd be more strategy than just kind of watching them and deciding, you know, deciding when to use an ultimate and whose ultimates to use does have strategic value and it's good and stuff like that. But you could just do so much more, I think. So, but that's my, you know, my rant for the moment. And I will watch your video on Kyle for sure. I watched a good portion of Superhero Gamers last night. And he seemed to, he wouldn't give a firm opinion yet. He wanted to do some more testing, but he seemed to enjoy what Kyle was doing. And like I said, I think I'm going to go. I'll slow roll it. Tomorrow, and I do videotape my pulls because I did, just in case I go crazy. But there'll be no double pulls because I'll just do 5 at a time to try to maximize the store here, which I showed already. Try to maximize these 65 tokens. You know, 65 tokens over however many days this is, 16 days. 65 over 10, 650 tokens. 650 tokens can buy, you know, get you a good portion of a lot of things in here, you know. So I want to make sure to maximize that to make sure I re-up all my super encrypted tokens that I'll have to use for this event, and to make sure I get those Kyle shards to make sure I get him to 10. Speaking of which, I'm going to hop in here real quick. Let's see here. Clear in 6 turns and see if we can't get this cleared because I need some. And the other thing I like about Kyle too is he's blue. I have Constantine badge 25, level 9. And he hits pretty hard, but it'll be nice to have another DPS that's blue. All right, let's see if we can get this done in 6 turns. I really don't want to hire a mercenary. No, no, that's not a good start for this, if I can help it. All right, she'll get rid of the first minion. Ooh, look at all those naps. All right, she's healing Bane. And get more naps. Oh. Let's get Aquaman in there and get him healed. Oh. Right. And then we're going to try to get Bane in to get him healed and to get some stuns maybe. All right, we're at round 3 already. We're not in great shape. Oh no, never mind. There went Bane. You know who I need here? I need the... Oh, you know what? I need the bride. Where's my bride? Why don't I have bride in here? What am I doing? Come on, Wonder Woman. She's... Okay, that's going to hurt her. Alright, we got it within 5. Alright. Actually, you know what? I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to go to story. System recovery doesn't get you experience. So we'll head to the story after this, but let's try to clear this in 5 turns. And why don't I have... we can take him out now, since we have Constantine back in there. And hit the bride. Alright, let's see if we can get these 2 fools. Let's get a silence. Thank you. Nope. Damn. Oh, good, I hit it. It was her. I thought I accidentally hit Aquaman. I was going to be pissed. Come on, Batmobile. Let's get rid of these minions before they get too stupid. Yeah, that's double immunity. I don't know what sense that makes. Maybe the helmet isn't the best for her. Well, at least not when paired with Aquaman anyway. Right, let's get the minion out of the way. Alright, come on, bride. I need you next, girl. Come on, girl. Damn it. Alright. Come on, Wonder Woman. No shield, okay. Alright, so he's nuked. So I got 1 round to get through this idiot. Let's get that off. Come on, bride. Come on, bride. Alright. Oops, sorry. Everyone gets their turn. Is that 5? Yes. Alright. Let's see. Now I will hire a mercenary for this one if I need to. But I haven't even done this one yet. So no blues. Which is why I had Bane in earlier. Why I had Kid Flash in earlier. I think last time I did this one, it timed out. Okay, silence on him's a good start. I wanted that offensive down before he went. Damn it. Yeah, look at that shield. We're not even making a dent. More shield. Not even making a dent. I'm not sure we're going to get through this. I'm going to have to hire a mercenary. Yeah, easy there. Come on, stun somebody. There we go. Yep. Wrong guy, though. Let's get Wonder Woman healed. Yeah, that's not even making a dent in that shield. These are all wasted up. I'm almost better off waiting for it to... That was pathetic. And there goes the shield again. Yeah, I don't think I can get through this. And Bane's ultimates are free now. Well, there's a interesting thing that happened. Damn it, well, that's over now. Yeah, let's go hire somebody. Let's see if we got a hire. I should have. I think I've only used one this week. Yep. No, I used this guy and he nuked someone right out of existence. It was pretty nice. All right. Hopefully I didn't screw up my voice there, but no one wanted to hear that. So, and this is the artifact is the second time he uses it, but he is level 300. I think we're going to go with this Superman here. We'll put him in place of the Bride. And that way, at the very least, I can do the non-tactical one and have that done. All right. Okay, so we're going to have to still run with Bane, though. Alright, let's try that. And we'll go soups right away, see how much damage we can do to Lex there. And not as much as I'd have liked. Come on, get a stun out there. Alright, well, hold on, Wonder Woman. Alright, she's holding on. Alright, stun on him's nice. Here comes the gosh darn shields. Alright, she's holding on. And we're not going to get it within the turns, but at least we'll get it done. Unless something just goes sideways here. Alright, good. Stun on Robin. Alright, so we got it done. We'll have to come back for the whole 5 turns because that's nuts. And thank you, Kal-El. I appreciate that. At least I got 2 more encrypted tokens and 150 diamonds out of that. We'll come back to that. Let's head to the story mode. Because this is where I need to be, because I need that experience. Alright, let's see what this brings, and then we'll... Then we'll go from there. Is this what I'm still running? GCU soups. Yeah, let's run with that and we'll go. We'll adjust if we need to. So hopefully the Batmobile can get rid of some of those minions before they heal themselves or cause too much of a problem. Alright. Let's get Aquaman in there for a heal. We got the mirror ready for the back row after Penguin goes if we need it. Here he comes. Alright, let's go ahead and top them off. Let's get Bride in. And we'll get Wonder Woman in with some hard hit on her. Alright. Alright. We're in good shape. At some point I'm going to try to see if I can't move the block team to the front row or not. Yeah, you know what? Uh-oh. It's never good when they don't get stunned. But easy there with the stuns. Yep, yeah, we're in trouble. If he stuns Ocean Master, it's not good news. Well, he's got the mirror, so he should go next anyway. Oh, the mirror just woke him up. Let's get John's shields up. Make sure he's surviving. Doing his thing. And we'll start getting the bleeds out, hopefully. I think this. Oh. All right, that's good. Damn it. At least he didn't get John that time, so we get 1 counter. Man, I cannot wait to get him up and going. Cannot wait. Unfortunately, the shields don't allow for blocks, but John takes care of that himself. Yeah, we'll work through this. And there we go. Yeah, it's a much needed experience. I've been kind of slow rolling this because I know I'm going to need 3 teams here for the next chapter, and I know I'm not ready for that, but I also need the experience, so I guess we're going to go and we'll find out how bad a shape I'm in for that 3rd team. Alright, get rid of almost all the minions. Yeah, these machine gun ones are awful. So let's get rid of you before you shoot a shot. Aquaman to heal. And then we'll get the bride in there. We'll get the mirror as well. Oh, we've got enough. We can get Wonder Woman in a shot too with some hard hit on her. Hi, Harley. Yeah. I'm actually going through these pretty good. I thought it would be a little bit more of a struggle. I'll say this again because it just doesn't make any sense. In what world is that guy more dangerous than Batman? That's where Nightwing should be going. I mean, Batman's going to kill himself because he'll attack Nightwing and never do any damage, but that's where the block on John Stewart's nice since I don't have his shield up yet. And now we'll get the shield up. Yeah, I don't even know who I'd put out there as a 3rd team yet. I have literally not much. I've prepared poorly. Come on, there we go, finally. Yeah, see right here. Let's see what Superman does. Like, why would I want to waste my ultimate on a guy who's already dead? I would love to be able to say, no, I want to go after... Even if you make me just do front row guys. Let's take the idea of a taunt mechanic out of it. I should be able to choose. You know, it doesn't make any sense to use your ultimate on a guy that's got a sliver left when I've got Grodd over here. It just... I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. But either way, 43.9's in the books. Oh, almost out of tea. Oh, the burns. Little minions held on. With the helmet and school of fish. Yeah, the helmet don't make much sense in this scenario. Let's get him healed. Make sure Brock does her thing first, okay. And Wonder Woman. Alright, we'll let the block team do it themselves. They should know what they're doing by now. Hey, leave Ocean Master alone. He is off limits to you guys. The first guy should bleed out. I know placement matters as far as who these guys attack to, but still, I'd rather have a little bit more say. And maybe I'm in the minority in that. Maybe people like just putting it on auto and watching it go. See, like right there, I would have run. There we go. stages is that? 12? Yep. Alright, who's next? Soups and... I don't even remember his name. Oh, that's not a good start. We didn't really do any damage on that one. This one's a little rough. Let's see if Green Arrow can get rid of the minions at least. Nope, still one. Alright, there he did it. Alright, now we'll try to... Okay. Damn. Alright, let's get her. This should hopefully get Superman into vulnerability. Oh yeah, we're gonna waste some hits on him here. All right, let's get you healed up. Wonder Woman should be able to nuke him. All right, there we go. And we'll just work through him now. There we go. Ooh, a lot of back row damage on this one. Hold on, everybody. Yeah, not too bad. Start getting some weaken on him. One reinforcement away from getting the Batmobile to 5 and having that one done. And then one event away from Parallax, hopefully. As long as it's not a Parallax event where they don't put them in the store. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Come on, guys. You just need to find a way to hit you guys, get you guys to hit a little bit harder. And these battles take a very long time. Everyone's maxed out on bleeds anyway, aren't they? Well, he's not, but he's not going to be around much longer anyway. All right, halfway through 43. I'm gonna try to push and see if we can't maybe get to where we need 3 teams, just so I can take a look at it. Maybe the strength of that third team will be so low that I won't be in as much trouble as I think I might be. Get Green Arrow in there since Aquaman's doing okay. We'll just leave a little sliver as usual for that guy. Ooh. Alright, now we'll get Aquaman in there. Actually, we'll wait. Let's get Wonder Woman in again. And then Aquaman. We'll change the order a little bit just to make sure he gets healed up. And then we'll get the Bride next. Especially since we're down to 1 target. And there we go. Ha! No freezes for you, buddy. Get you your rifle back. Alright, maxed out bleeds and everything. Like, what the heck's that one? Alright, this one isn't as bad. We should have this done in 7 or 8 rounds. There we go. 7. You know, I'm getting that much needed experience. Wonder Woman to 280 last night, so should be starting on Green Arrow and his path to 280. So I'm thinking probably, so what are we, mid-November? Probably end of December-ish. Hopefully we'll start creeping in on that 300 mark. And then everyone can start advancing together as opposed to the whole level matrix thing and everything. That's not going to start. Gonna get rid of any minions. Whoa. What you did to old girl there, but it was not nice. Well, we won't get rid of them all, but we'll put silence on them at least too, so that'll be nice. Uh-oh, here we go. Good thing I got some block on him. Let's get Aquaman in there too. Let's see. Nope, they didn't do it. I was hoping they'd get rid of the front minion and we could put exhaust on the back row, but oh well. It don't matter. Wonder Woman just double tapped old Carol there. Just put her out of existence. Oops, there went the bride. She did her job though. Look at that. Always got Wonder Woman in the back. So the reason I always do Nightwing first as opposed to John is his ultimate gives him a bunch of firm stand, I think it's called, which starts his block up right off the bat, and that way right off the bat he's in full block mode. Not that he isn't always, but just to get him there, and that way when these guys start attacking him, he's already all there, and you know, Ocean Master can start doing his thing, and it just gets that going. And then John can usually survive long enough till I get the shield on him. Once you get the sticks high enough too, when you use them, they'll heal them as well. So that'll be nice. I can't wait to get to that point. And he starts healing himself. That'll be awesome. Not that he takes a lot of damage right now, but you know, healing's healing. So anytime a character can do it, especially to themselves, and you don't need a healer on the squad, that's a good thing. And then the naps too. If he's got enough debuffs, I think if he's, or not debuffs, enough buffs, I think if he's got 3 buffs on him, it's a 3-turn stun instead of 2, so that's really nice too. And this guy just snaps away. Let's get some more bleeds out there, get those topped off. Because this guy will sleep himself to death now. Or Bloodsport will say, I'll take care of it. And now she's asleep for 3 turns, so. Where are we? 15 and 12, so we'll top her off. Well, just like that, we're done. And I should have got enough experience just through this to get me through tonight anyway, and I still need to. I'll need to consume some of my titanium storage because I'll be short that too. That'll be a tonight problem or a reset problem. Those machine gun guys are going to be an issue. We need to get better to them fast. Right, come on, Green Arrow. You take care of the rest of them. Alright. The minions are always the ones that do the most damage, it seems like. Aquaman healed. Then we'll get the bride in here. I don't know who I'm going to use on some of the other modes when I need to take Superman off here. Kind of just leaning towards Batman. I got him 9. I think I actually have enough shards I could take him to 11 if I wanted to. I don't really, it's not a need right now yet. Batman's one of the guys you almost don't want to put into a nap because when he attacks Nightwing, he'll kill himself. Yeah, see, you don't even make a dent. Not at least at this stage yet. I'm sure at some stage you will, but we're not there yet. I'm almost half tempted to try the block team on the first squad just to see. Let's top off some bleed. And we'll get Soups in here in a second. Yeah, barely a sliver. I'll wait till we'll get rid of Batman here and then we'll go. And he's out. Oh, there's 24. 2 more. Hopefully I'm pretty sure. Hopefully this will increase my the armor I can buy. The gear, because I can get Epic 3 now, but I'd like to have access to a lot more, Because they don't always put the good pieces out there. Necklace and comm devices, percentage based is what you're looking for. Now you have to gamble because they don't tell you that when you buy them. That's why it's gambling. But that's what you want to gamble on, those pieces right there. You want those percentage pieces. I have a couple gold percentage pieces on Wonder Woman for attack, and they're better than an Epic 3 flat rate, so that's why you want those percentage pieces. Hey, easy there. Uh-oh, we're about to lose Aquaman. Damn it. Well, that wasn't very nice. We're going to have to hurry now. Oh, never mind. See, I get worried and Wonder Woman just hops right in and says, I got this, boss. Just let me take my turn and it'll be okay. Alright. So no Ocean Master naps. This is going to be the... Oh, no naps over there either. That's not good. If he puts Ocean Master to sleep, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Okay. Well, he did put John Stewart to sleep, so that stinks. But John will hold on. Oh, Nightwing's blocking even though he's asleep. Oh, and John's awake. Do that. There we go. Get some good bleeds out there now. Yeah, every time I get ready to use Superman, he freezes him. All right, we're on to 30. I'm actually kind of excited. I want to see this whole 3-team thing. Uh-oh. Oh, I talked about maybe switching up. This might be the one. Because he can very easily nuke me before I even get a turn. Yeah, anytime the Batmobile goes first like this, it's never good. Yeah, we didn't get rid of enough of the minions. Alright, how do we want to do this? Let's get him in there. Alright, that silenced a lot of them, but it didn't get rid of anybody. We're gonna do Bright. Oh, she's got a revive. Let's get Aquaman in there before he dies. Okay, and get him a heal. Okay, she's reviving. Man, the minions hit hard. Alright, Aquaman's in there. We're gonna go do Wonder Woman. Maybe she can get rid of somebody. Damn, one to go. One more hit. Alright. Alright. We're still in trouble, but... Yep, there went Constantine. Alright, let's get Bright up. What do I say? I think we're in trouble, and then Wonder Woman brings out the lasso and all but nukes Flash right out of existence. And stuns him. Stuns Kid Flash for his trouble. Oh, man. Alright. She says I worry too much, I guess. Alright, one more, and then we're into 44. Couple soups. Get him up and going. No stuns though, that kind of stinks, but that's alright. Alright. Okay, we handled that pretty well, actually. Alright, everything's... It's just very methodical with this team. It just goes and goes and goes. And it just picks up momentum as it keeps going. Unfortunately, putting John in here slows it down even more. It was already a slow team as far as actual time it takes to get through missions. But worth it. At some point, they're going to come out with a strong counter to this. I'll be curious to see what it looks like. Is he out of... He's out of immunity. Alright, Superboy, just you. And here we are. Alright, there we go, guys. 44. $600 diamonds. Definitely take that. Why is there a red dot there? Ah, because I can start a new chapter, but we'll worry about that later. All right, let's go. 44. Is it 44-3? So it's pretty quick. Ooh. Ups that. All right, here we are. Third team. Not completely ready for this, but let's see if we can't throw something together. And Bane, why aren't you on my first team? Okay, so we got that. I don't think I'm going to take DCU suits off that. I don't think I got any. Well, let's just run with this, I guess, and see if it's enough. Sorry about that, guys. Will this just be enough, I think? I don't think I have to get too crazy yet. I don't have to do anything like bring him out at 5 stars. I should be fine. Let's just fight with this. Oh, we're gonna go first with this too. I forget you don't have to start at 1. You can start wherever you want. I'm really trying to find a reason to have Lex here. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll put some shields up. Okay, this third team's a little bit more... a little stiffer than I thought. I might need to upgrade this third team a little bit quicker than I'd anticipated. You know, because we're not really doing much in the way of damage. I tell you what, I mean, I want to like Batman, but maybe it's just the way I got him. He's just so underwhelming. Like at rank 9, I was hoping he'd be a little bit more one-shotting some of these guys, but it doesn't... Yeah, I'm going to have to put some work into this third team. I mean, they're going to get through this, I think. They might not, actually. And Grant, oh, you know what? I didn't even check my synergies. I don't have any synergies going. Ugh, I messed this up. I forgot all about that. Okay, let's back out of this. So I had Lexus synergy. That's kind of... What do I need for Batman besides Jon Stewart? I got a Robin at 5. I could do Raven. At least she would be bringing someone back. Do Raven here instead of... Yeah, Raven. She's only 3 stars. You know what? I think I'm going to stop there. I'm going to have to look into this. I'm going to have to make some decisions here on how I want to approach this. Man, that's not a bad deal for 10 of those for $2. Not a bad deal. All right, let's see. Oh, we got some people getting the White Lanterns. All right, I'm going to have to see how I want to, if I need to rearrange, like maybe take DCU off that block team and put him down to that 3rd team. Maybe take Constantine, put him on the block, put Kid Flash on the number 1 team. Constantine with the block, DCU down to the 3rd team. And go ahead and run the Mr. T team. Let's do that. Let's try that. Let's see how that looks. We'll just go straight to the, if it lets me, the 3rd team. And let's unlock. Okay, so let's do this. Where you at, Constantine? Come out of your fire already. Kid Flash. So we'll put Kid Flash up here. Oh, damn. And I lose my arrow synergy. Let's do this then. Constantine here. Keep our synergy. But I really like the DP. I don't need it. All right. I really don't want to mess with Bride and Bane and Aquaman here. We'll try this. We might need to reverse course at some point, but we're gonna give this a try. Let's get rid of all you just so I have. We'll go with the OG team of this. So we keep that. Block team, we're gonna take DCU, we'll put Constantine in as a somewhat DPS, even though he's bad against all those. But that doesn't matter. These 3 will carry it. Then down here, we're going to go straight. I can't not use the Bride. That just doesn't seem right. Hey, how's it going? I watched a stream last night. Very informative. I think I'm gonna slow roll myself to a Kyle, and I was just getting ready to start my Mr. T team, as evidenced by how crappy he is. And I think I'm gonna use Kyle on it. I think I'm gonna get him to rank 8, which is the best I can do, and you know, through the event. And I think I'm gonna run Kyle here and then Guy here. So, but yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was very informative. I enjoy your videos quite a bit. But now I've just got to 44-3, so I'm on 3 teams and I'm not ready. I mean, I got the... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could go her. Shoot. Yeah, no, and I appreciate the patience too. You know, like you were saying last night, it's easy to jump out there and want to give an opinion, but you just gotta wait and give it time to kind of get in there and see where he's at and see how he works and who he works with. But just from what I seen last night, and just with the ability to get him to 8 through the event, just makes more sense to me to kind of, you know, get these guys through the events because then you can get the 8 for free basically. You know, and so that makes a big difference too. Getting that artifact on them makes a difference. So, shoot. All right. Well, we're gonna have to come back to that. I think what I'm gonna have to do is work on this third team a little bit more than I have been. Probably need to at least get him to 5, which I have the stuff too, and that way I can at least have these guys at 5 with Soups, Zatanna. And then I gotta find a place for Bride. I can't have her on the bench. Yep, I agree completely. I was just saying earlier in the stream, since I'm free to play, I want to make sure that I maximize my ability to recoup these 20, 25 super encrypted tokens. So I'm just going to slow play it, do 5 a day, so I can get these tokens. And I got enough to get to pity, so if I get to the end of it and I need to rush, I can rush. But I want to try to make sure I can at least get 25 of my super encrypted tokens back. Of the 67 more I'm probably going to have to use to get them. So, but yeah, I'm with you. No rush. He's going to be there for 16 more days, so you don't have to do anything today or yesterday. As hard as it is not to play with the new shiny toys, you got to try to be patient. All right, so let's get Guy here. We'll get him to 5 at least. It's not bad. I mean, 44-3 of the story. This is not being prepared is more my own fault. But it's not bad. I mean, here's my roster. You know, it took me all of 3 months to get her to badge 30. I got her to 10 pretty quick. I got the lasso, tier 3. You know, I got a couple of 11s. It's not terrible. You'll be good at it because, like you said in a lot of your videos, you just got to be patient. You got to pick your teams. That's who you focus on. You don't get too distracted by the other stuff. You know, and so that's what I did. You know, I had Wonder Woman as the start, so I did the AoE. I ended up getting Bane early too. So these 3 right here kind of were my core in the beginning, and they got me a long way. I got Nightwing early, so I was able to start building him up, and then, you know, kind of made my way. I did fuse for Lex because I started to run in some trouble, and he did help me get over the humps. But then the only thing that I would say is out of whack on my free to play is I got lucky with the Bride. I did a 10 pull in the league recruitment and did a double Bride. So this was the only thing that would be like out of whack that wouldn't be normal for a free to play account. Is just that right there. And she's been golden. She's awesome. But other than that, you progress well. You know, I don't feel like I'm left behind. The PvP stuff, obviously, you're not great at. I think Arena, usually I'm hovering somewhere between 20 and 40. This will change as guys do but usually at reset, I'm somewhere between 20 and 40. And then Elite, I've started to make the top 64 consistently the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks in a row. The first week I kind of snuck in. the last few weeks it's been pretty consistent, and I'll stay here between 20 and 50. I'll bounce around a little bit. It helps when I can pick and choose who I fight. Not that I'm great at that, but it helps a lot. I haven't been able to advance in Victor's Arena yet past that 64, but I can get there too. So it's not bad. It's fun, and people will enjoy watching you do a free to play account as well, and it'll be help guys a ton. You've helped me a ton. Um, and then even artifacts like you get the Batmobile with that 7-day thing. I'm just one away from him, and I'll have him at 5. So yeah, I think what's the revive obviously is great. So you basically get two of her. Um, I find a well-timed ultimate with her giving out the hard hit is nice, and I haven't even got her to 10 yet, so she only gives 1 stack. If I time it right with her and then Wonder Woman, they're nuking people. I mean, so it's pretty good. And like I said, mine's only 8. I got to find a better artifact. I put the helmet on her, but I pair her with Aquaman on my main team. And so he ends up doing School of Fish at the same time she does the helmet, and I'm wasting it. So I'm going to have to go in there and take that helmet off her sometime today and put something else on her because it's just wasting. My problem is I have more artifacts than I do people I can put them on. So, so I'm running into that. But no, I think free to play, you can progress. You just have to stay focused and stay, you know, on target and just, not waste your resources. I did, like, I didn't get Swamp Thing, so I was able to get all 25 of those super encrypted tokens, so that helped me a ton. Um, I tend to do some of the silly things a little bit more. Where's that? Like the event center, the carnival events, usually, as long as you're in the top 30, you get 2 super encrypted tokens there, so I've been doing those. Even, except for the Sinestro one. Can't do that one. That whole Tron-like thing where you can't let them hit your line. I can't do that one. But the other ones, usually I can get in the top 30, so I get a couple super encrypted tokens there. And like you said, just be patient, be smart, and you move along. So, trying to think. I have all the artifacts. I just don't have a home for them all yet. Just trying to basically work on just hers. She's the only one right now. Just trying to get hers maxed out. Oh, I'm maxed out there. There we go. Yeah, no problems. Absolutely. Nope, it helps. Because like I've told people that watch my streams, I'm not always the best at reading these kits. Like when they come out, it's hard for me to read them and then envision how they're used with other characters. I'm not always the best at that, so I need help, and you're one of the guys I go to, for sure. I was never very good at it. I played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I just got back into it. They're doing a whole anniversary thing. It's okay. But and I know you play Marvel Strike Force, those kits are complicated. I mean, these are pretty tame compared to those games' kits. And I tried Raid Shadow Legends, and I was just so overwhelmed. I just couldn't. It was just too much. I couldn't do it. So let's see here. Let's at least get this chapter started. Mighties. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I always wonder about those games, like Marvel Strike Force or even Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You make your game so complicated. How do you ever expect anyone to jump in 3, 4 years or 10 years down the road? You know, it's the learning curves sometimes are just so steep, and like I'm lucky, I'm retired, so I can sit here all day and do this if I wanted to. You know, you got a full-time job. I mean, and family and wife, kids, and stuff like that. Where do you find the time to, unless you're making content and you're making money on this, to spend all day trying to figure out some of those things? It just isn't possible, you know. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played Marvel Strike Force, and I think when I played, they had just, I think, started like the symbionts, so it was all the Spider-Man stuff. That's how many years ago that was. That's years ago. But I liked it. It just was, like I said, these games can become time sucks in a hurry if you're not careful, and I just needed to step away for a little bit. That's why I had to step away from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It just became such a time suck. It was like, oh, I'm walking through a store on my phone trying to do a fleet battle. I was like, yeah, maybe it's time to take a break. Right. No, I agree. I played DC Dark Legions, and it was crazy that they would expect you to be online at 3 o'clock on a Saturday for a 2 hour battle, and of course you're in a guild or, a league or whatever it's called, and, you want to help out and everything like that, but it was just insane that, that's what drove me away from DC Dark Legions. The idea that I had to be online at certain times to do these events just drove me crazy. I like this. I like Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I have X amount of hours to do my boss battles. I have X amount of hours to do, my PvP stuff. It's at my time and at my leisure when I get it done. I have a time window to do it. Um, yeah, DC Dark Legions drove me crazy with that whole idea that I have to be online at certain times of the day to do it. And again, you work, you got family, that's just not possible. I don't want to bash the game, but I just don't understand how that game makes so much money and so many people play it. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, like if I wasn't streaming, I'd have did my dailies and been done. Right. Yep, I agree. That's nuts. And that's the other thing too. It's a it's a worldwide game. So if it's run by Americans, you're screwing over the people that play in Europe or the Middle East or Asia. And if it's run by someone who's in Europe, then yeah, it was just a mess. I just didn't get it. I did like they did do some things really well. Like I didn't mind the banner system. I had all the characters. Of course, I only had them at 5 white stars, but at least I had them. One of the things about this game that I don't get is why don't you let people at least get the characters and let us at least have them in our in our inventory or our library or whatever. The roadblock to just acquiring the character seems a little much. And then the people who want to spend get them more powerful, and then those people get more rewards and they get more you know to higher content. But to make it to where you can't even get the character, I just don't understand. It's a hero collecting game. Let us collect the heroes, and you know then if we want to spend money to make them more powerful, that's on us. So I did like that about DC Dark Legions, is that at least I had the characters I wanted. The pity system was pretty good. The way they did the draws was okay. Better than Worlds Collide for sure, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it one bit. It's just, even, and I seen someone in Discord or something was talking about, or maybe it was your stream last night, the Halloween thing, they gave us a bride, you know, whatever those things are called. I can't even remember, but it's like, really? That's the best you can do? I mean, so we'll see if they do anything for Christmas or, I don't know. I'll play it for as long as it's here. But I'm not, you know, I'm not sure if this is super long term. Ooh, I think we're going to get this one in the turns it needs to be done. These fools are going to have to hurry. We only got 5 more rounds left. Hurry up. Alright, that helps. Now we can't heal anybody. Put him to sleep again. Uh-oh. Well, this one might time out. Might want to put him to sleep. Nope. Get that last shot, Bloodsport. You can do it? Oh, look at that. All right, we'll end that there. That one was a long one. But no, we pushed it into 44-3. I'm going to mess around with that third team. I'll have one ready next time I come on stream so we can try to push that story more. I needed the experience. Like I said, Wonder Woman did 280 last night, and then that drained me. I'll be able to catch up, get up on that, and I should be able to get the 5 in tonight, but I'm definitely going to have to keep pushing that story to get that experience because it's starting to get expensive up here. And we're making our push to 300, so... Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you, everyone who stopped in. Superhero Gamer, 2XXP, anyone else. I appreciate it. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate you guys jumping in. Superhero Gamer, I look forward to your videos. 2XXP, I look forward to your videos. And I hope to see y'all next time. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. And as always, man, best of luck with those mother box pulls. I'll see ya.